Hi guys, this is a video about EV conversions and what you need to consider before starting an EV conversion of your car. So we will start from the mounting and what do you need to consider when choosing a car which you would use for this 96 volt system. So this is video only for this 96 volt system or the 15 kilowatt 30 kilowatt peak power motor. So the length of the motor and the fitting, it can be 39 to 40 centimeters. So you need to consider that you need to have a length of 40 centimeters to fit this motor. 39 would be the smallest possible fitting. Another thing is if you are working with an universal coupler, universal system, or not specific for your vehicle, that you need to make a coupler to fit your gearbox. So this is the part that goes to the motor. So this is the okay, so it's tight fit, and then you need to complete this part that goes to your flywheel. Additionally, you need to make adapter plate to fit your gearbox. So the adapter plate comes here, and then this coupler is on the flywheel inside of the gearbox. So this is why the length is minimum of 39 centimeters, and you need to have some space to not touch the car chassis or the body of the car. So CNCing and machining this part could be tricky, and you need to have some specialists if you would be doing this by yourself. The next problem is the mounting the battery pack. So the battery pack can be very big and very heavy, so you need to consider how to mount it and where to mount it. The best is in the engine bay if you have a front wheel drive, and before you had the engine in front, then the best would be for the battery pack to have at least 50% of the battery pack in the front. Please check our battery pack sizes on our website. We can also make custom battery pack size, depends on your vehicle and depends on the needs and possibilities. Okay, so you know that you need to make this custom and adapter plate for the gearbox. Of course, if we do the conversion for you, then you don't need to worry about this because we will do all of that. Power steering is also one tricky part, or the part you should consider. So if your car had a power steering, then there are three options possible. So you had electric power steering, hydraulic electric power steering, or hydraulic belt driven on the engine. In the engine belt driven hydraulic pump, that case you will need to replace the pump, and the best choice for that is to use hydraulic electric power steering pump and fit it to existing pipes, and that's the fastest and the easiest option to do it. So it's just like connecting few wires and connecting the electric power steering pump to your existing pipes, hydraulic pipes of the previous power steering belt driven pump. You will also need to consider placing all of these parts. So if you had vacuum brake, then you need to have this vacuum brake booster added. You need to have heating system, so this is water heating. If you had over the engine heated water heating, then you need to use this water heating. We have also air heating, the AC compressor. So if you had the AC and you want to use it, you would also need to replace the AC compressor. So this is the small one. There is also a bigger one. Next is the charger. So this is a 2 kilowatt charger. So if AC charger, so for home charging. So if you need a faster charging, you can connect multiple of them. So let's say for 6 kilowatt charging, you will need to use 3 of them, and of course you need to have a place to place all of them. So please check on our web shop diameters and drawings of this charger and to see how to fit it. Next one is the charging socket. So this is type 2 EU charging socket, and you need to consider where to place it. probably in the same place where you had previously refilling the gas, so you will need to fit this in the existing place, probably in the existing place. That would be in most cases the easiest and the best option to do it. So for the heating, you know what you need to do and what you need to consider. Also the power distribution box, so this is high voltage and low voltage, needs to be placed, and the charger for the car battery. Probably the best option is to have it near the car battery itself. You can also replace the car battery with a smaller car battery, so the smaller one would be enough. And the next problem that you could have is the accelerator pedal. So we have several different accelerator pedals, but there are some cars that have totally unique, because of the design and the shape, accelerator pedal, and you might need to make some modification to fit it in your car. So please check the drawings on our website if the standard accelerator pedal fits your car and if you need some additional changes. Before starting and working on all of this, when connecting to the battery pack and working on the battery pack, please be sure to have the proper high voltage protection equipment. This is highly important. Use only gloves rated for high voltage and work only with gloves on high voltage lines. So all of this is high voltage, and you need to all of orange cables are high voltage, and you need to work with protection gear on it, especially when connected to the battery. So please use the protection gloves, because your life depends on it. Okay, now is one more thing is related to the power distribution box, is you need to have a crimping tools to make proper crimps, cable crimping. So you have at multiple places crimping, like inverter also. So please be sure to have a proper crimping tool, because this is also very important, because it will make your connection very good, and weak connection can cause only problems, heating, and even fires if disconnected. Loctite is also important when working on these high voltage cables. Okay, next is cluster gauge. So for the cluster gauge, you should consider about how cluster gauge in your car currently works. So if you have all over the gearbox, then it's fine, and all should work like before. So if the cluster gauge and the RPMs are working over the gearbox, then all will work. Also for the ABS system, if your speedometer works over the ABS system, then it should work without any problems when you will replace it with the electric motor. And only problem is if you have a speedometer over the engine in some way, then you will need to think about how to connect it and how to make it work with this motor. In most cases, I would say even in 99% of the cases, speedometer is over the gearbox or over the ABS system, so you don't need to worry about the speedometer, and only RPMs could be the problem if they are over the engine itself, so diesel or gas engine. But RPMs are not essential and are not important for your EV conversion or testing or homologation of your EV conversion after it's completed. So these are some things that you need to consider, and fitting all of this, mounting motors and making mounting plates. If you don't have space in the car, please be sure to check all dimensions, and if all of this will fit in your existing car, and if your car can be converted with this kit, or you would need some special changes for fitting. Also, you can contact us for additional questions and leave your comments in the video, and we will try to answer all of the emails. but with slight delay because there is a lot of questions coming. And please also keep subscribed, because you'll see many other videos coming with good instructions and some new features that we are preparing soon. Bye.